Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pradigna. My name is Dr. Shyam Mohan, and today we are having the introductory session on Agni Karma, the second class on Agni Karma. So let me just give you a brief idea about what Pradigna is and what we do here. Today, this is going to be the program that we are going to attend. We'll have Dr. Alex here talking about the subject, and he has promised us that he will be giving a small, info also about the program. He'll also be sharing a class. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our second batch of Kerala Panchakarma that is currently going on. Sorry, just finished, and these are the teachers for that. This is actually the first course that we started with. It is on cosmetology, and in fact, the second course, second batch of cosmetology is currently over. This was our second program that is on Kerala Panchakarma. This was again the first part of the first series on Agni Karma, again done by Dr. Alex K. Abraham, who will be continuing as the teacher in the second one also. We had one on Uttaravasti. This was actually the fourth program that we conducted. Another cosmetology, advanced cosmetology session was conducted after that due to the popular request from the participants. We had a one on Vasti Karma, specifically on Vasti Karma. And Ashna was a different type of program on the clinical methods and prescriptions in Ayurveda, Ayurvedic point of view. Subalyam was a program on Kaumara Bhritya aspect of Ayurveda. Ritu Samiksha was a program on the gynecological aspect of Ayurveda. Rudhiram was on again Rakta Mokshna, and Dr. Alex was also a faculty in that along with me. Sparsha was a program on the dermatological aspect of Ayurveda, and we had eminent physicians, eminent doctors, teachers on that. This was our second batch on cosmetology, which is currently going on, and it is a popular one in among Ayurvedic doctors. This is actually, as I told you before, second batch of Panchakarma that we just finished. Brihat Saptaha is a program, a different type of program, which is a 21 days program, 7 days on each Samhita, each Brihatrayi Samhita. So currently we are going on Sushruta Samhita, and next we are going to start the Charaka Samhita. These are the eminent teachers for that program. We have 17 of wonderful eminent teachers who have been teaching us in Brihat Saptaha. This is again the next program that is coming up, which is the art of infertility management in Ayurveda. We have named it Prajananiyam. So all the details about this program will be shared as soon as we are ready with that. These are the feedbacks from our participants. We thank each and every one of the participants who have supported us, who have shared the knowledge and shared the programs of Pradigna with their friends, and helped us reach more people. Again, thanks to each and every one of them. This is how you can reach us, pradigna@gmail.com. And yes, currently we will be moving on to the program at hand. We have Dr. Alex K. Abraham. So before I hand it over to Dr. Alex for his introductory session, so let me just give you a small introduction of Dr. Alex. Dr. Alex K. Abraham, MS Ayu, is a young and enthusiastic Ayurvedic ortho and sports medicine practitioner. He has completed MS from RGUHS. He has conducted more than 14 hands-on workshops on Agni Karma. He was working as assistant professor in the Department of Shalya Tantra at MVR Ayurveda Medical College, Parishinakadavu, Kannur. Currently working at Government Ayurveda Hospital, Ayur, under National Ayush Mission. Just want to tell you to all the participants that we will be having a question and answer session after Sir's presentation, and we'll and try to answer most of the doubts that you will be having. We'll cover almost all the topics after this. We'll have the course and the details about the course after this. We will let you know. So kindly be patient. I hand it over to Dr. Alex for his introductory session. Over to you, Dr. Alex.
Thank you. So once again, I'm very happy to be the part and in fact very proud to be the part of Pradigna, which is one of the most inspiring and knowledge sharing platform for young Ayurveda practitioners, especially for the youngsters. So I'm very happy to be the part of Pradijna again with my third program, that is Agnikarma. Next slide. So Agnikarma, you all know, it is regarded as the epitome of all treatment. That is, it is regarded always as the best method of treatment in Ayurveda. That is, it is considered best among the Bheshja, Shastra, Shara, and then comes Agni. That is, after Bheshja application, after Shastra application, and after Shara application, if the patient is not benefited with the results he like to have, will go for Agni. So it is always regarded as the best method in or the best procedure in the science because of its apunarbhavata. It is mentioned by Acharya like that. Rogana apunarbhavat. So it is most of the times it is a kind of magic for us, right? And the Sharaga is like a magic wand. And the Sharaga is like what we will say, the magic wand to treat the untreatable cases. That where we want to get results in with Bheshja, Shastra, and Shara, we'll have to go for Agnikarma. Such was the explanations given for Agnikarma in the classics, and so many taboos had binded around this procedure. And it is still regarded as an Asura which in fact is a very simple and easy procedure which can be done in an OPD basis. And when we do the procedure and when that magic happens, that is when we get results, what we will say? We will say like, oh, Acharya has written this 5,000 years before. This is absolutely fantastic explanation given by Acharya at that time. He had such research based then. So this is fantastic science, like that we will say. And when that magic does not happen, that is when we won't get results, what we will say? Oh, that Acharya had exaggerated the definitions. That Acharya had written a pseudoscience. This is not working. This is all nonsense. It won't work. Most of the times it is like that only. So, what does an Agnikarma do? Does that possess any kind of scientific value? And is my voice not clear?
It is clear, Dr. Alex. No worries. I think you can, talk a little bit louder. That's all. I just want to, if you don't mind, sir, let me add, the Dr. Rahul is posting a link to a WhatsApp chat in the chat box. If you can click on that, you will be able to join a WhatsApp group where all the details of this program will be posted so that you can make an informed decision. So over to you, Dr. Alex. Sorry for the interruption.
Okay. So what does an Agnikarma do? Does that possess any kind of scientific value? And one important thing is how to understand the public regarding this. And it is one of the biggest issues we are facing. For an example, a patient with an elbow pain came. We diagnosed him as tennis elbow. Then what we will say? Brother, this is tennis elbow. And we had done all the examinations. We had done the Cosen's test. We had done the Medellin addition also. Then we are diagnosed with the tennis elbow, typical tennis elbow. Then what we will say? Then the patient will ask, I never played tennis in my life, doctor. So what we will say? It is like when we go for the ringing action, or just like ringing a cloth, or turning a screwdriver, or just like opening a bottle. Such activities will cause tendinitis of the lateral epicondyle, which is the common extensor origin, So, and we'll just add to make the patient more confident. We'll say even Tendulkar had tennis elbow. Tendulkar is someone who had made this condition so famous in India, right? So the patient will just ask us, so sir, what did Tendulkar do after that? And what Tendulkar did was he went to Australia for doing the surgery, right? So we'll think, doctor, there is no cure in India here itself. Then what we'll say, what option we have? We'll say there is a procedure called Agniarma, in which we will just heat a hot, very hot metal part, metal object, and we'll place it over your elbow. The next question you want to ask is, doctor, whether there will be mark or any burns associated with it? We'll say definitely there will be burns because it is a heated metal which is having a temperature of more than 220 degrees Celsius, which is most of the times we use Panchadal Shalaga, which is having a temperature of around 219 to 235 degrees Celsius. So the patient will ask, there will be definite cure, no? So for that we actually don't have answer. What we'll say, which disease have a definite cure actually? No, we cannot promise that also. We cannot guarantee a definite cure in any of the conditions. So then the patient will say, doctor, next time when I come to OP, I will definitely do the procedure. This time you just prescribe me some medicines and I will go. He will never come back. So how to make understand the public regarding this? How to do it in a very simple way. And the biggest issue is how to get out of our own fear of doing it. That is how we will do the procedure. That is, we are afraid to do the procedure because we are afraid of the complications. So these four things I would like to emphasize with all the clinical experiences I had. These presentations will be, this series of classes will be based on my clinical experiences regarding Agniarma. You will definitely have your own difference of opinion. You will definitely have your own clinical experiences. It is a very open. It will be a very open platform to if anyone has seen the previous programs, you will understand that keep it just as a platform to discuss. It's an open platform. You can raise your hand or raise a question anytime, and we'll discuss that along with the procedures or with the demonstrations. So it will be something more than a Erathot Shalaga, which is just one among the many materials explained by Acharya for the purpose of Agniarma. Next slide. So just to give a glimpse regarding the way the class will go, I will just have very few thoughts, very few minutes of thoughts for a condition with heel pain. Heel pain will most of the times we will associate with Vadakantaka, right? So for Vadakantaka, Agniarma is having a high regard, or heat therapies are having high regard. We'll go for heat therapy. We may get results, we may not get results, but we are not sure why we are getting results. I would like to say, be very, very clear about the process than the results. If your process is right, if your process is perfect, the results will follow. So, next slide. I just have a question here for you all. A 26-year-old female complains of pain over both heels since 2 days. History of walking without footwear at a trekking spot. She's having heel pain, and I would like to know your differential diagnosis in the chat box. Vadakantaka. I think there are over 200 to 220 participants over here. I would like to have more responses. Plantar fasciitis, calcaneal spur, pain due to walking uneven surface, plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, calcaneal spur, bursitis, Samovada, plantar fasciitis, erythrocalcaneal bursitis, heel pad syndrome. So there are so many answers coming in. So I think there is a little bit of confusion regarding how to diagnose the case. So here what we have to think two things. One, there is heel pain since 2 days, just 2 days. And when we ask the history, there is walking without footwear at a trekking spot. It may be an area with stones or something, it may be hard surface, and it's a 26-year-old female. So is an LT is healthy, then heel pain can be due to trauma. And which structure got trauma is, we are in a normal, we have got a normal fat pad below the plantar fascia, and it's a kind of fat pad injury. Next slide. And if we diagnose it as a plantar fascia, it is also, it is definitely a plantar fasciitis, the plantar fasciitis, but it is due to trauma. And if we diagnose it as plantar fasciitis, and if we go with heat therapies, what will happen is there will be increase of pain. So the differential diagnosis is at most important when treating an injury. And in case of heel pain, some patients, most of the time, the patient will say, "Doctor, I have very severe pain when I get up from bed, and after I walk a few steps, the pain will go." And some patients will say, "Doctor, I have very severe heel pain. When I give heat to the area, I'm getting pain relief." And some patients will say, "Doctor, I have heel pain, and when I apply ice, I'm getting better." And some patients will say, "Doctor, I'm heel pain, I'm using MCR footwear, then I got relief." And some people will say, "Doctor, even when I used MCR footwear, I didn't get any relief. But after I started using MCR footwear with a medial arch support, it got better." And some people will say, "Doctor, when I started using heeled footwear or high heel footwear, I got not a heel like that is shown in the picture, but heel footwear gave me pain relief." So in case of heel pain, there are so many differential diagnoses which should be analyzed and examined properly and differentiated before doing Agnikarma or any other kind of heat therapies. It is not always about Agnikarma in a heel pain. It is not always about a plantar fasciitis, or it is not always about a simple Vata Kantaka. Right. Next slide. And regarding the methods we use, there are so many materials and methods described by Acharya in Sustra Samhita in case of Agnikarma, and it is not always just about Shalaga. He had mentioned Pipilya Jasa Godanda, Sarasalaga, Jambo Staitaraloha, Saudra, Guda, Sneha. And we have a Shalaga Bindu type of Agnirma. Next slide. Shalaga Vilega type of Agnirma. Shalaga Valaya type of Agnirma. Then we have got the Pipili Agnirma. Then we have got all kinds of Sneha Agnirmas. Then we have got Shaudra Agnirma. Shaudra Agnirma is there. Guda Agnirma is there. So any kind of metal can be used depending upon the structure on which you are doing the procedure. It is not always about inflicting burns. It is about inflicting proper heat and not always about inflicting burns. It's about inflicting proper heat because heating causes radiation of heat towards the deeper structures. It can increase the metabolic activity. It can relieve the spasm. It can stress the collagen and help in the joint elongations or joint mobilization. It will help. And a case of just a case of Shaudra Agnirma, a Shaudra Agnirma can relieve an acute neck spasm in 30 seconds. You believe it or not, you do the procedure, you believe it. A Shaudra Agnirma can release the spasm in 30 seconds to 1 minute. That fast, no diclofenac will give that better results like a Shaudra Agnirma in acute spasm. You experience it once, you do it for yourself, or you try it again and again, you are going to get results on Shaudra Agnirma. Next slide. And in this series of classes, we will discuss protocols for in case of heel pain for plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, tibialis anterior tendonitis, calcific tendonitis, then retrocalcaneal bursitis. In case of knee, patellar tendonitis, iliotibial band syndrome, knee bursitis, chondromalacia patella. Next slide. In case of wrist pain, we have got DQT, CTS, intersection syndrome, trigger finger, and in elbow, we have got tennis elbow, golfer's elbow, radial tunnel syndrome, ulnar neuritis, olecranon bursitis. Each one will differentiate and how to do the procedure, when to do the procedure, where to do the procedure, and why do we do the procedure. The most important thing is why we do the procedure. That is, it is not always about getting results, it is about clearing the process. Better process gives you better results. In shoulder pain, we have got rotator cuff tendonitis, frozen shoulder, upper cross syndrome. In cervical, we have got cervical spondylitis, scapular dyskinesis, cervical brachial neuralgia, then LBA, then acute lower back spasms, and lower cross syndrome. Other than this, we'll, depending upon any of the opinions and regarding the, also with the doubts, we'll go with the discussions further on, which is a very compact, which will be made very compact within the time frame possible for the procedure, for the program, where we'll explain with definitely with live demonstrations. With live demonstrations, it will be definitely will be helpful with the procedures. Next slide. So never say never, because limits, just like fears, are often just illusions. So keep learning, keep growing. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Alex, for that wonderful introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a link to a WhatsApp chat, WhatsApp group in the chat box. If you can click on that, you will be able to join a WhatsApp group where we will be sending all the details about this course, so that you'll be able to make an informed decision about joining or not. We have. I'll just show you what are the what are the things that we'll be covering in this in this course each day. So this is the course that we have set, Dr. Alex and us, Pradigna have set for this course. So you can see day 1, day 2, all this. This will be available in the brochure also. So you can select, you can join the WhatsApp group, and there we'll be posting the brochure. Also, this video, same video what sir has said, if you have missed it, if you have come late to this meeting, do not worry. We will be posting the same video link in that chat box, so that in that WhatsApp group, so that you'll get to know what sir has said. And yes, this is going to be a wonderful session. We have had great reviews in the first Agnikarma session that we had. So just moving on, we have this is how you can contact us. These are the numbers that you need to contact. You can take a screenshot of this if you are interested. Also, if you are having any questions, you can put in the chat box, and we can go through it about the course, not about the subject, I'm afraid. So about the course, if you have any doubts, you can post in the chat box, and we'll try to answer most of them. Okay. Now, this is another program that is coming up, which is on infertility management in Ayurveda. We'll be coming out with that soon. So we'll be letting letting everyone know about this course later on. So let us take some questions regarding this course. If anyone is having any doubts, please you can feel free to ask. Yes, the fees, Dr. Rahul. Hello. Can you please elaborate on the fees? Can you show that slide is there?
Yes,
Do we have slide? Yeah.
You can just go back with the slides.
This, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the slide shows the fees. It is course fees of 1,299 for practitioners, and for students it is 999. So that it will be easier on the students, and PG students also can avail this discount. Any other doubts? Yeah, paying fees, you can join that WhatsApp group that I was just telling you about. Dr. Rahul has just posted the WhatsApp link. You can join that WhatsApp group, and we'll be sending the links to payment in that group, so you'll be able to join that. Agnikarma procedures videos will be shown during not the videos. Sir is a expert in Agnikarma, and he will be showing you live demonstration. So there's a difference between videos and live demonstration. So Dr. Alex will be doing that live demonstration. What is your experience, Dr. Alex? Yes, over to Dr. Alex. Dr. Alex, there's a question about your experience. How was your experience in Agnikarma? Hello?
Which question, sir?
There's a question in the chat. Let me see. 1 second.
Oh, okay. Yes,
yeah. So basically, they want to know, like, if you are, if you can teach them everything about Agnikarma or not. So yes, sir will be, taking care of the classical side, the theoretical side in the beginning, and then going on to the practical side. We'll be showing both.
So there is,
yeah.
I have seen the question. Only by theory classes, whether it will be able to do Agnikarma and patient directly. We'll go with live demonstrations, and actually. Earlier we used to conduct hands-on training. With all the restrictions we have, we'll go with live demonstrations that you will get to know with when the classes are going on. Not just videos. Videos, I don't think that will help a lot, because there will be too many things to see in between. Yes. Can neuropain be treated by Agnikarma? What is your experience? Okay. That depends upon the condition. We have protocols for sciatica. We have protocols for cervical brachial neuralgia. We have protocols for radial tunnel syndrome. We have protocols for ulnar neuritis. We have protocols for carpal tunnel syndrome. So it will be helpful. Definitely.
Yeah. Dr. Alex, I think subjects questions we can answer in the course. Right now we'll just answer the questions for the course itself. That'll be better, I think. Okay, there's a question. I'm a UG student, so is it useful for knowing about Agnikarma? Definitely. Agnikarma, where do you learn? It is always better to learn Agnikarma, which is a wonderful procedure, right? So why do you want to limit your options? So that is what I ask my students also. You have many options. Rakta Moksha is there, Agnikarma is there. Why not study everything, right? Yeah, for PhD scholars, I'm afraid there's no discount. Only for PG and UG, the discount will be available. Then the question is providing the videos. Yeah, the videos will be provided. Dr. Rahul, can you please confirm?
Yes, we will be providing the access of recording up to 6 months through our website, and to that limit, you can watch up at any time within that 6 months of time.
Yeah, there's a question: do we need MD in Shalya to do Agnikarma? I do not believe you need MD in Shalya Tantra. I myself also a Shalya Tantra person. If you don't know, I do not think you need a MD in that. Only thing that you need is knowledge in that. Once you are experienced and knowledge, if you have knowledge, you will be able to do that. Do not worry about that. How can you Samyak Dagda? Yeah, all the questions regarding the subjects, let us answer in the course. Did you make a background setting? Yeah, I did make a background setting. Very sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Any more questions? If you want to ask, you can. Yeah. Is the course useful for just beginners? Yeah, definitely. It is useful. It is going to be useful for everyone. Sir has, made this course in such a way that even the UG students also can understand, the procedure completely. So you can ask, I think, the feedback from Agnikarma, the first part of first batch. We can put the feedback there so that these people will be able to understand how well it is there. Right. Anything else? Yeah, looking forward to the course. Thank you. And yes, we have right now itself we have more than around 60 people who have joined, and I'm very sure this will be a very good session for everyone. Yeah, yeah. UG students have online class. So when this course is getting started, yes, we are going to start the class on the 28th of this month, and it will be over by 2nd of July. So 5 days course will be having, and the timing will be 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. So most of the practitioners and the students will be able to attend this without any problem, because their the office time and class time will be different. Do we get recording? Yes, that was what Dr. Rahul was saying. The recording sessions will be provided for 6 months for the students. And yes, about that sound, there is a question. Don't worry, we will try to fix all the sound issues. Can I, definitely second years also you can join, no problem. But I would suggest that you read and come the Ashtangam Hridayam and Agnikarma part of Ashtanga Hridaya, so that you'll be a little bit versed in the subject. Okay, so that it is not a new thing for you. Yeah, I'm very sorry, pharmacy graduate. I don't think we'll be able to get you on this for this Agnikarma procedure session. Very sorry about that. Yeah. So again, Dr. Rahul has posted a link to WhatsApp group. You can join that, and we'll be providing all the details about the course there, the brochures, this video, everything will be provided there, so that you can make an informed decision. Please do send this, the link to this to your friends or colleagues who are interested in Agnikarma, because even they can better themselves like this. Now, will you provide hard copy of certificate? No, I'm very sorry. We are not able to provide a hard copy. We'll be providing only soft copies. Okay. Although I have, yes, Dr. Suman, you can contact me directly, and I will, see to it that you are able to see the recordings. Okay. Yes, second years can join in Ayurvedic clinical research. Definitely, doctor. But I'm afraid, this session is open only for BAMS graduates as well as PG, PG students of Ayurveda. Very sorry about that. Yes, but it is only for Ayurvedic people. Very sorry. And thank you. So I hope all the questions have been answered. If you have anything else, please do ask. Do not shy away from asking, because this is a chance that you are getting to know more about the course. Please share this program with your friends and colleagues and help us reach more people. Okay. Thank you. So I think that's it. Anything else to add, Dr. Rahul?
Nothing, sir. Almost all.
Dr. Anjana, anything you want to add? I hope not. Dr. Alex, anything you want to add?
No, sir. No.
Oh, okay.
No,
So let us.
Thank you.
Yeah. So when is Rudiram program? Rudiram program has already ended, doctor. But the recordings are available if you are interested. That you can contact us directly, and we will let you know how to get all those things. Okay. So let us move on. So I think there are no more questions. We'll get certificates. Yes, we'll be providing you certificates, but it will be e-certificate. We'll not be able to provide you a physical certificate as of now. So this is, as I told you, this is the course details. This is how you can contact us. You can take down this number or take a screenshot of this slide so that you'll be able to reach us and get to know more about this program. This is our, as I told you, this is our next program. And just want to leave you all with a small saying: sometimes later becomes never. It is always better to do it now. So with that, just want to introduce my team, my partners, Dr. Anjana Unnikrishnan, Dr. Rahul J, and myself. So let me take your leave. Keep learning, keep growing. Thank you all. Please do share this with your friends and colleagues. Thank you all. Thank you. Good night.